Hey everyone, so today we are doing a very exciting video. In this video, we are going to be buying the exact same product from Temu, Amazon, and Etsy. It's the sequel. I say the sequel because I did this exact same concept quite a few years ago now, where I bought the exact same item from Shein, Temu, and Wish. And as you probably know, I don't particularly like Shein, Temu, or Wish. Totally understand why people like the sites because there's tons of products, very affordable pricing. I just don't really like the business practices that they do, and the more I hear about them, the more I don't like. But that video was created because I really wanted to see what honestly was the difference between the three brands because they're so similar. And that is in the top 10 most successful videos in my 12 years of making videos. So clearly, you guys were interested as well. And I feel like in that video, we figured out a decent bit about the brands and about how this stuff differs in quality and price. And in the comments of that video, you guys were like, you need to do this again, but you need to include brands like Amazon and Etsy. Some brands are a little more unsuspecting, but potentially doing the exact same things. And so I sat on that idea for over 2 years, and now here I am to do exactly that. So buying the exact same products from different brands, the sequel, better late than never. So I kind of have the exact same mission as I did back in 2023 when I did this the first time, and that is to figure out seriously, what is the difference? Are the pieces when they actually arrive the exact same, or are they just using the same stolen photo? How's the price differing? And can I pinpoint who stole the photo first? Because when we're shopping on sites like this, there are a lot of pictures being stolen, and it's really hard to tell where they stole it from first. And unfortunately, a lot of times the photos are stolen from small businesses. And if the photos aren't stolen, then it was the idea that was stolen. And that's the kind of interesting part about including Etsy in this, because Etsy is the most confusing site to me at this point. Because if I'm being honest, Temu, it's pretty straightforward, really affordable pricing. Lots of things that come out about it is that it's not manufactured very good. You get what you pay for quality-wise, but it's not necessarily like a scam. Like if you buy something, it will arrive, like it's a real legit business. Amazon kind of falls under similar rules for me. It's like all different sellers under one entity. So there even could be small businesses selling on Amazon, but then also giant companies. Probably a lot of the same companies that sell on Temu are also on Amazon, which we'll get into later. But Etsy is the one that really bothers me, to be honest. Because to me, Etsy at its core was supposed to be for small businesses to sell their products all in one spot. So I don't know when Etsy's progression from being like exclusively small businesses moved into like being overthrown by manufacturers and bigger companies selling pieces disguised as small businesses. So in this video, we're gonna be kind of using Temu as our controlled variable with the products. We know what we're gonna get, it's gonna be affordable, and then we're gonna have Amazon. Now Amazon's been around for a very long time, clearly very, very successful. And then the shock factor side is gonna be Etsy, because I never thought I would be putting Etsy alongside these two brands. So again, I am an investigator on a useless mission. I also want to mention that Temu has reached out to me over 100 times probably for a sponsorship, and I have never been sponsored by Temu. I want that to be so clear. I always put unsponsored in these videos, but people for some reason still in the comments think parts of it is sponsored. Absolutely not. If something is sponsored, you will know. So now that I've managed to ramble for 20 minutes, let's get into these pieces and compare them. Let's get into this useless mission, shall we? I want to start with one that is personal. So it is this crochet strawberry planter. So here it is on Temu. We have the cute handcrafted crochet fruit and flower basket, card charm, rear view mirror, hanging decor fabric, plant ornament for vehicle interiors. This is a whopping $3.40. And I said whopping, but I should actually mean minuscule, $3.40, because that's in Canadian dollars. So if you are in a different currency, it's gonna be different. If you're US, just to give you an idea, this is what that would be. And I've talked about this so many times in videos about crochet in specific because it can't be mimicked by a machine. It has to be done by hand. To be able to list this for $3.40, like I can't even imagine what the running wage is. There's working labor rights standards in every country and every country's different, but companies sometimes will still pay under the minimum wage of their own country. So we have it, Temu, look at the ad on Amazon. This is the exact same photo, just different saturation. Cute crochet potted plants, car rear view mirror, accessories, handmade knitted floral basket, car hanging ornament, car mirror, hanging charms for women. You had all those words and you had to add for women on the end. This is for anyone. Okay, so this is $16.99. Now, if Amazon and Temu's product is the exact same, I'm probably gonna assume they got it from the exact same manufacturer. And in that case, Amazon is doing an insane profit margin on this. Okay, one thing to note, when I say like Amazon is selling a very similar product, potentially from the same warehouse manufacturer, but with a higher profit margin, both Temu and Amazon, how I understand it, have individual sellers, like a marketplace. So it's not specifically Amazon doing the profit margin, it's the seller on Amazon. And by rights, the same seller could be selling on Temu and Amazon with the same product, but different profit margins. It's very confusing, actually. The world of drop shipping is a confusing place. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that because when I was filming the video, I kept saying, and Amazon's doing this and Amazon's doing that, but it might not specifically be Amazon. It's a seller on Amazon. Okay, because I'm assuming Temu's making money at their $3. So what are they making at 16 bucks? And here we have the Etsy one. Now this is going to be a reoccurring thing in this entire video because I feel like this is a small business. I feel like this is real. I feel like this is legit. So this is the crochet strawberry hanging plant crochet car diffuser hanger, car accessories for women. It was $27.43 for a crochet piece. I would say that's still pretty affordable. Definitely not as affordable as Temu, but I'm curious to see these side by side. Crochet planter, $3.40, $16.99, and $27.43. Now, just based on looking at these right now, I'm gonna go ahead and wager my bet that this is actually a small business. Now, am I 100% sure? No, but am I willing to take the risk? Yes, because there's actually no risk, really. This bet means nothing. I can't definitively say, but I'm not feeling like I got had by this. I'm actually feeling like maybe this seller got had by these. Okay, but let's unbox this one. I mean, already these are looking completely different. Like the inspiration's there, but they look completely different. Both are well made. And now Temu. Super low priced item. A crochet item should never be this cheap. So the Amazon one is way more vibrant in the photo. And further looking at it, this Etsy one looks like it's using a completely different photo with the same design idea. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, yeah, this is actually probably a small business. So this one's gonna be kind of off the table right now. We're trying to look at these ones now. They each have 4 strawberries hanging down. They have very round bases and they have like the exact same length. There's just the color discrepancy, which you guys brought to my attention in the last video from like a couple years ago where we did Temu, Wish, and Shein. That products can be from the same manufacturers and warehouses and still have color discrepancies if they like run out of a certain yarn and use a different one. So I'm not saying this for sure isn't the same warehouse, but I'm just saying like there's some serious color differences here. One thing I'll say too, this one structurally is built better. If it was hanging in your vehicle, it actually sits upright, whereas these ones kind of like want to topple over, if that makes sense, and just don't look as finished, you know? This one is sitting a lot cuter. Okay, the next product, this is the cookie clips. Now, I forgot completely about this, but in our unsponsored Temu review that we did, we actually got these already once. And so I have them again for this video. So this is 6 pieces of these cookie clips for $3.62. 489 reviews. Wow, okay. I mean, I've got to admit, this is a cute idea. Again, I don't know who came up with this idea, but having little cookies in your hair, it's of interest to me. Okay, then here we have over on Amazon, again, 6 pieces, hair biscuits. They look the exact same to me. If anything, I would say these ones are a little more washed out, but that's the same product. And these ones are $11.89. Now buckle up for the Etsy ones because I have some thoughts. Here we have on Etsy, funny food clips, realistic butter cookies, barrettes, girls and boys, perfect for bang styling, Halloween artificial meat. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading those. So this has the option to choose from 6 different cookies, just like the other ads, but per one singular clip is $6.66 for one. And I want to know if this person just bought the Temu ones in bulk and then are reselling them one piece at a time, or did they actually make these? This one kind of got under my skin a little bit because if this isn't a small business and they're just buying those in stock and then reselling them, it's like, come on. Okay, you may be noticing some of the Etsy sellers, I've opted to cover the seller's name because on the chance that I'm wrong about it or that people are mad about it, I don't want to like drive negativity over to their Etsy shop. And with saying that, this video isn't to like expose any of these Etsy sellers. It's more to bring awareness that on Etsy might seem so much better than, you know, Temu or Amazon, but in a lot of instances they could be getting the products from the exact same place. And that's why you have to be so careful when you're shopping online and careful with your money, because you don't want to be paying a premium for a product that is sold for like $2 on Temu. It just like, that doesn't compute, especially if you're under the belief that you're supporting like a small business. So yeah, if you're noticing some of the Etsy seller names are gone, it's just if I don't feel 100% comfortable showing them. I don't know, I was kind of torn if I should leave it in or not, because obviously their Etsy shops are public on Etsy, and I'm sure you could find them if you really want to, but I just didn't feel 100% comfortable just plastering their name in the video, especially when I have some suspicions, but I'm not 100% sure about anything, so I would hate to say something and then be wrong and then have their name in the video. So yeah, that's why you might notice some of them are gone. $3.62, $11.89, and $6.06, but again, that's for one, so if I was actually considering if I got 6, $39 is a better comparable. It's packaged very cute. I can't believe there's only gonna be one little thing in here. It's got a cute little sticker, a cat. Okay, there's 2 little cookies in here. Did I buy 2? No, I just bought 1, so they must have gave me one for free. Okay, and then these 2 packages are feeling so similar. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. Like, these are so similar. Okay, without risking getting them too confused, here they are. Look at those. Like, they're slightly different. The Temu one has a gold clasp there. The Amazon one actually has a silver one. And the Etsy one has a goldish brassy colored one. And actually when I flip them over, the Etsy one's kind of yellow. This one's like orangey yellow, and then this one's orange. So they're slightly different. I don't want to say definitively that I think that this Etsy seller is just buying these and reselling them. And I mean, it's not illegal to do that. Obviously, people can do that all they want. And I'm not saying for sure that's what's happening, but I'm just saying the product is super, super similar. Even when I look at these 2, the 3 dots are like the exact same. Like, I absolutely will never be able to prove it. And I don't know what it would prove, but I believe these are most likely coming from the same manufacturer, and they're just being priced differently. Hey, cookie. Why did I say that, you may be wondering? Because I'm about to put a cookie in my hair. We've got the Temu cookie. We've got the Amazon cookie. And then we have the Etsy cookie. Thoughts on that? Obviously, they're all a little bit different because they have different colored clasps. We've spoken about this before, about how Temu, Wish, and Shein are probably using all the same manufacturers, but there can still be color discrepancies. It makes me want to buy the same exact product multiple different times to see the level of variance on each product. Like, if I buy this cookie set again from Temu, 5 different orders of the same item, would some of them have gold and some of them have silver? That is what I want to know. Let me know if you're curious about that. I can do it. Obviously, buying a ton of things on Temu is not something that I'm looking to do, but if it provides some value in a video or answers some questions, I'm down. That's the Temu Amazon Etsy. Honestly, the Temu one looks like the outlier here. These two look very similar. I wanted to know what you guys think of this Etsy shop. Do you think they were stolen from, or do you think they're drop shipped? Because if you're just buying like 1,000 items on Alibaba and reselling them, I don't really want to pay a premium for that, you know? We can't really do a video like this without diving into a few pieces of clothing. So I actually found this heart gingham cardigan. It's really cute. Here it is on Temu for $14. But over on Amazon, this was $25.99. So quite a bit more. And it had only a 3.9 stars, which with a 3.9, I'm kind of not expecting too much. I don't know, a 3.9 is kind of high, but I also feel like it's not super high. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find this specific top over on Etsy, so we're just gonna compare Amazon and Temu for this one. It was just such a cute top. I honestly wanted to see it. We are removing Etsy just for a second here because we only have these ones from Temu and Amazon. $14, $25. Right off the hop here, these look completely different. Ugh, why is this like the loudest plastic bag on earth? Certain articles of clothing I honestly just believe, and I full-hearted think this. They just don't need to exist. And this is one of them. Clearly both inspired by the same photo. They have the little heart pocket, they're gingham, they've got the lace up here. The fabrics just feel so bad. What is this material? Okay, obviously 100% polyester. Why would we use anything but polyester? Yes, 100% polyester. Wait a second, you guys. These look like the same tag. You don't think, do you? Oh wait, no, they're a little different. This one says it's a large. $14 and $25. I'm not even joking when I tell you this. Do not even waste $14 on either of these. I used to do a series on my channel, which we're gonna be bringing back very soon, where we make clothes from affordable sites for even less. And I believe you could make this for less and better. I'm gonna put these on so you can see them. My guess is I'm gonna like the Temu one more just color alone because this doesn't even look like the photo, like this gingham isn't right. Yeah. First, we have the Temu one. I'm trying to put on something basic to go with it. This one's apparently a large. Maybe it was only available in one size, actually. Hold on. Oh! It was one size. So on the site it said one size, but on the tag here it says large. So, I mean, it's a little big for me, obviously. Okay, here it is, $14. The fabric is obviously polyester, but it feels kind of like a scratchy linen, so it's not my all-time favorite. I do wish this was actually my size, because if it was my size, I think it would look better if it was a little bit cropped like this, kind of like in the photo. It's a little bit more short. These are actually real pockets, and it does have the puffy sleeve with a very dropped shoulder. It's definitely not the worst shirt I've ever seen, but I do think this is a stolen image. I feel like Temu saw this image and then recreated it. I don't actually think this person in the photo is wearing this item. So this is $30. Is it just me, or is that kind of pricey for what this is? First things first, I'm gonna say the gingham is not right. Even if the fit is perfect, the gingham is not right. This one I was actually able to shop sizes, so I did shop it in a size small, which I can tell it is a small because it's shorter and a little bit tighter. I will say this silhouette is so cute. If any of you know where this actual article of clothing is from originally, I would like to purchase it. So if you could let me know down below where this is actually from, I would like the real one. This one also has pockets and a cute heart on the sleeve. I would say keep your $30, walk your butt into a thrift store, shop around for 30 minutes. I bet you could find something way better with way less money. This one's shape and design with the other one's color of gingham. Switch out the polyester for cotton. Let's pay the workers fairly, and then we're on to something here. This is another one that I have been personally affected by. So when I'm buying jewelry, typically I love to buy from small businesses because I used to actually make jewelry myself. I used to go to farmers markets and sell bracelets. And so I respect and love and want to support the craft of jewelry makers. And so I'll often go on Etsy, and sometimes I'll buy something on Etsy and then I'll see an ad for it on Temu and I'll wonder, was that actually like a cute little small business or was it just a reseller? I'm not sure. And these lemon earrings, I bought something very similar. So here they are on Temu for $2.26. 44 reviews on this. And then we have the Amazon ones for $16.99. Because if Temu and Amazon both are getting it from the same manufacturer and have this different of prices, that's crazy. Because the video we did a couple years ago, the prices were different, but like not this different. Like $2 to 16? What is that even? Is that 600% more? And the Amazon and Temu ads look so similar. And then we go to Etsy. Now this one, I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to assume that this is not from a warehouse. This is like a small business making these and they're just getting caught in the damage of the idea being mass produced. Now, obviously, when I see them in front of me, if they are the exact same, I'm gonna have some questions, but this feels like a small business to me. Okay, small little earrings. Another small little earring. Oh my. Okay. Come on, Etsy. Show us what's up. Okay. I am once again here to give Etsy the benefit of the doubt. There are very subtle differences with these earrings. First of all, I just want to say that Amazon and Temu's are pretty much the same. The lemons are both very smooth, highly suspicious of these two. But then when you come over to the Etsy one, there is subtle differences. The lemon has some texture to it. The flower is completely different, but obviously like a similar concept. So which came first? Also, $2.26, $16.99, and $24.65. Now, if these are the same manufacturer here, $2.26 to $16.99 is insane. Like, they are the same. I don't know if putting the Amazon name on it provides that anything about the production would be more ethical. I don't think so. I think it could be produced the same. So the profit margin is probably just insane for Amazon. We're up close personal. I'm gonna show you these lemon earrings close up. Okay, so first, here is the Temu one. So as you can see, the lemon is kind of smooth and the flower looks the exact same as the Amazon one. But let me put it in so we can see. Where's my ear? I need a mirror. Okay, there's the Temu one on my ear. And then here's the Amazon ones. These ones didn't come with a stopper, whereas the Temu ones did. Boom, there they are. We have the Etsy ones next. These ones definitely look the most different, which typically maybe you'd want them all to look the same, but I'm actually pretty pleased that these ones look different because it bodes well for Etsy. A completely different flower on here. Very cute. Here they all are side by side. From a distance, they definitely all look the exact same. They're all priced very differently. I do think the Etsy ones have their own thing going for them. So I do hope that means this isn't just bought in bulk and then drop shipped. I'm rooting for you. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Okay, this next one, I don't even want to talk about the fact that I purchased this and that I now will have 3 of them. I know, it's bad. I just really wanted to see them side by side. It's a duck lamp. This is one of the more pricey Temu items. It's $10.22. Cute chicken nightlight. I mean, this is classic. Like, you buy this for your kid and they love it and it breaks in 2 minutes. It's classic, you know? And here it is on Amazon for $21. So double the price. And then we have the Etsy one. Now this is the type of product that I don't really think a small business could make. So I really, really do believe that this is bought in bulk and resold. And this was $41. Now, when I say the Etsy prices, I'm not even considering shipping because shipping on Etsy is way more than like on Temu and Amazon. I'm suspicious of this. I'm suspicious of this Etsy shop. If this is actually a small business, I apologize in advance, but I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious! If you can get 100 of them on Alibaba for like $2 a pop and then sell them for 40, that's the business model. I don't like it, but that's what a lot of people are doing. Okay, we have all 3 ducks. $10.22, $21.99, and $41.48. Big price difference here. This is one of the ones that I am suspicious about. Okay, I need to take a good look at the boxes. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat is on the sides of the Etsy and the Amazon ones, they have the same prompts here. Whereas on the Temu one, kind of the same idea, but drawn a little bit differently. Also, the artwork on this one is pretty similar. They're both the dodo duck, and they also have the little duck on the top there. But like all a little different. The Etsy one's colored, this one's black and white, this one's completely different and has a little bit of color. So let's just see what's inside. Okay, the Temu one, the Amazon one. Tone is a little different. This one's like off-white, this one's pure white. Now for the moment of truth. The Etsy one, double the price of the Amazon one, quad the price of the Temu one. They look so similar. Okay, let me just look at them for a sec. This is so weird because they're all a little different, especially on the bottoms. Look at this. These two have the same switches, but different writing. This one has an entirely different switch. They look the same, right down to the feet and everything. But based on the bottoms, I think they actually are made in different warehouses. They're like the same exact build though. I'm a little suspicious of this Etsy one. It just feels more likely than not that this is just bought in bulk and then resold on Etsy. Of course, we're gonna test them all and make sure they all work, but this is the first glance. Okay, we're gonna test them one by one. I have them sitting on their little thingies so that I don't forget what's what. We're gonna start with Temu. Half the battle is buying it, the other half is if it'll actually work. Oh my goodness, it's actually working. I wonder if I should turn some of the filming lights off. Prepare to be wowed at what a filming light can do. Yeah, it's pretty bad in here. This I think will be dark enough. Whoa, that's actually pretty cool. Don't buy this though. Don't buy this, you don't need this. Okay, the Temu one works. Next we'll do Amazon. Plugging at the bottom's a little different. I'm gonna plug this. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a little bit different. You can't squish it down as much. I mean, it works. Amazon, you've made it past this inspection. Am I the only one who's kind of shocked that these actually work? I was like fully expecting this not to work. Last but certainly not least, we have Etsy, the most expensive chicken of all. Plug it in, turn it on. Whoa, it's bright. Whoa, it went red. Whoa! It's a rainbow chicken. Obviously, buying 3 of anything is incredibly wasteful. I understand that. And I know I say this all the time, but for the sake of the video, I really needed to see the pieces in front of me. So to make this less of a waste, I'm gonna give away all this stuff to you guys. I don't know if you're gonna want it, but I'm gonna compile things together. So check the Google form down below. Also, is this ombreing right now? Whoa, it's ombreing between colors. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna turn back all the lights. Okay, next we have the mushroom glasses. Now this is a 5-piece vintage glass mushroom vase set. Now I can pretty much assume that this isn't actually vintage, because what vintage means is it means it's, you know, old. I'm gonna guess this is brand new. Maybe just designed to look vintage is what they meant. Either way, I'm offended. Just kidding. And so it's 5 of these colorful vases. Now I want you to notice the pink one in the center. That's the one we're gonna be focusing on. But for 5 vases, $17. Then we have 6-piece mushroom glass vase, $38. Now notice the pink one front and center. Do you recognize it? And on Etsy, for $43, we have this mushroom vase set. And this one is vintage from the 1960s. So I believe this one might actually be the vintage one. But I need to see to believe. Only one left. So if it really was vintage, they probably wouldn't have multiples of it. So let me just see if I went back in my history and wanted to purchase it again. Okay, so I can't buy the pink one anymore. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Holy crap, you guys. Oh my gosh. I just went to this Etsy shop and they have the yellow one, the green one, the brown, and the red all sold separately. You don't think, do you? a little suspicious. I'm gonna have to roll my sleeves up for this one. So we have $17. Keep in mind that's for the entire set. $38 for the full set. And then we have $43 just for the pink vase. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty impressed that none of these have broken. Okay, packaging. Let's see now from Amazon. Like, those look pretty different. I must admit though, I am pretty pleased that nothing is broken yet. Now the Etsy shop. This is supposed to be an antique. Please don't be the same size as the other ones. Please be somehow different. Please be a real antique. Okay, I want to tell you guys that they do all look slightly different. At the end of the day, glass can look different because it's blown glass by the looks of things. So, you know, the holes at the top could be a little bit different. Let me see, is there anything on the bottoms? There's nothing on any of the bottoms. Here's the differences. This one has a medium hole on the top, little hole, biggest hole. This one's the widest mushroom cap. This is the littlest mushroom cap, and this is the medium mushroom cap. They've got like slightly different little dots on them. How in the world would I be able to figure this out? I need to know what you guys think of this. Is this an antique? This is the sort of thing when shopping online can be very frustrating. I'm interested to hear what your guys' take on this one in particular is, and I'm highly suspicious, but I would hate to say something and then it's actually an antique and it's actually a small business because I would feel horrible. So I'm not gonna say, I'm not superstitious, just a little stitious, that's all. Okay, then we have another clothing garment. $11.49. This is the same dress, right? Like, it's totally a different photo, but it's the same dress. $31. I don't know where they got these photos from. They honestly look like kind of Shein-like photos. Maybe it was stolen from Shein, I don't know. And unfortunately, this wasn't on Etsy. It was hard to find the clothing article on all three of the sites. We're removing Etsy because we only have these ones from Temu and Amazon. $11.49 versus $31. Now, $31 for a dress, it's an investment of a decent sum of money into a clothing article. So I expect this to be decent. My gosh, this is actually crazy. This is 100% the exact same print. I'm looking at it fully side by side and these are the same. They feel the same. 95% polyester, 100% polyester. I will tell you, I do like the print. I think the purple's pretty. Here's the top of the Amazon one and then the top of the Temu one. Oh my gosh, wait. They're a little different, you guys. The Amazon one has an adjustable strap, whereas the Temu one does not. They both have zippers, but they're slightly different from two different companies. Interesting. I would have guessed these were the exact same. Okay, we need to put these on. Okay, the Temu dress is on. It is very staticky. It's wanting to cling to the inside of my legs like this. Wants to be like this. I feel like on face value, this is a really cute dress, but when I actually get down into it, I don't love it. I feel like it really wants me to have more boobage than I do. The top desperately wants to cling onto some boobage that I just simply cannot offer it, unfortunately. So it's just because this bow is so heavy, it like pulls out and there's nothing filling this. Nothing in there. Okay, but I do like the print and it does look like the photo. A lot, right? Like, look at it. We're not getting catfished. Okay, here we have the Amazon dress on. Now, in comparison to the Temu one, this one's a lot more expensive. That's $11, this is $30. Now, there are some serious differences here, actually. I wouldn't have noticed this until I put it on, but this one has a side zipper. The other has a back zipper. As I mentioned, this one has adjustable straps, and this one is fitting so much better on the top here. Both fabrics could use a little bit of work because polyester is supposed to be like not even that wrinkly, but somehow this one's so wrinkly. This one's also not staticking to my body. So I actually like this one more, but again, for $30. I'd probably just go to the thrift store and get like 3 $10 dresses. The biggest negative from this dress is usually dresses are shorter on the front and longer on the back. This one's longer on the front and shorter on the back, and I mean short on the back. So much so that I am questioning if the pattern was flopped, because like if you look at it from the side, even if I pull it down as much as I can, the front
goes down so low, and then the back is so short. If this was on the back, even with my butt, it would cover more. But yeah, for this one, the Amazon dress is the winner for sure. Don't get either. There are better dresses out there, but I'm just saying this one's better than that one. This is yet another one that I think I may have fallen for. Years and years and years ago, if you remember my dining room makeover, I had like a disco planter. I got it on Etsy for a premium, and now I'm realizing here it is on Temu. Now I'm not saying,
oh my gosh, don't buy things on Etsy because they're expensive. Buy them on Temu because it's affordable.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if I'm gonna pay the premium on Etsy, it better actually be from a small business, not just from like a mass-produced thing being resold. That's like where my issue lies. This was $9.36, and then here it is on Amazon. Completely different photo, $28. And then we have over on Etsy this ad. Now, I ordered this for $40 and it never arrived. I disputed it with the seller. I never heard from them. I don't even think I got the refund, and it never arrived. For anyone curious about an update on the disco ball that I disputed the purchase because I never received it, so I never heard back from the seller, and I went on and I was like, you know what, that's pretty bad that they, you know, took my money, never sent their thing, and didn't even have the decency to respond to me. And so I went to find their account and the page didn't come up. So they deleted the Etsy account, which I thought was pretty telling. So then I disputed it through Etsy, and Etsy ended up refunding my money from themselves, like not even from the seller, but from themselves. But yeah, so this company that I bought the disco ball from deleted their account after not sending it. So I don't know how many other people bought from them and then they removed it, but it's pretty bad that that's able to be done. I had to find another disco ball, and so I ended up finding this ad, and I would say that this photo looks pretty small business. $31, so I got this one. Okay, based on size alone, these are going to be very different. This is, again, one that I have fallen victim to. So this is personal. Okay, Etsy. Oh no! You look the same! Oh my gosh, it even has the wooden ring. Okay, but the little square mirrors are smaller on this one. They all have this little wooden ring. It's like the exact same in all of them. They all have the same little clasps here, goes into a circle. They all even have the gold ring on the top. This one's obviously way smaller. These two are the same size, but the actual disco mirrors are different. This one's bigger, this one's smaller. $9, $28, $40. Do I think there's a chance a small business is actually making these? I mean, there's a chance, but based on the innards, I'm not sure. It just looks so similar. This is so hard. If these are all from different manufacturers, they honestly need to stop copying each other. Like, do something a little different. Like, change the rim from being gold to something else. Like, stand out in some way. These are way too similar. I would be so mad if I was a small business and these were the competitors making the copy, but I would equally be annoyed if these were all just made in the same place. As someone who makes an attempt in my everyday life to support some small businesses, I have been taken in a few times, I fear. I just want to take a second for some honorable mentions, one of which was these earrings. Honorable mention. These as well, I really don't know. This dress, this mat, and this soap duck thing. Those were the honorable mentions. Oh, and if you want to talk about pricing, oh my, did the prices vary? Oh, they did indeed. I am going to deduct the 2 clothing pieces that I only got from Amazon and Temu just because it like messes with the pricing because it's 2 extra items. So I'm just redacting those ones, and also I'm removing shipping. So keep in mind, Etsy shipping is the highest though. So everything to be purchased on Temu was $45.92, which considering everything that we got, it's actually bonkers. Everything from Amazon, get ready for this, $134. And then from Etsy, where some of them are probably small business, some of them maybe not, I'm not sure, $184.37. So again, just like in the last video that we did a couple years ago where we did Temu, Wish, and Shein, Temu is again the most affordable. Take that as you wish. Okay, I feel like I have a few takeaways. I might be someone who is over trusting of Etsy, I think. I really can't tell when something is like drop shipped and priced higher or it's a small business. Like, I like to think I can tell, but in this instance, it was so hard. The one that I'm like most confident about is the crochet planter. I do believe that is an Etsy small business. I don't think that's drop shipped. Now, after seeing everything side by side, I am highly suspicious of Amazon and Temu using the same warehouses. Definitely not for everything, but like for a few pieces, I was like, that is so similar. And if there are any other brands you would like to see me do this style of video with, make sure to let me know down below. For me, I do kind of hope that the biggest takeaway here is to just be careful while you're shopping online, because not everything is what it seems. Be smart with your money and don't get scammed like I did. I hope you enjoyed. As always, it's been an absolute honor and a privilege spending this time together, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!